Can you do MA like part-time? Or is it like just jump in and go, right?
Okay. Who wants it? You do?
I've done several videos over this, and I have an opinion on it. I think it's best if you can go all in, okay? I think that's the best thing you can do for yourself, because sometimes we don't get the best of ourselves until our back's into a corner. I know that's definitely true about me. I get very lazy and complacent, but when my back's up against in a corner, you know, I surprise myself. I will make things happen in that situation. And you're already in a place, you're already surrounded by people who have a plan that are gonna lay it out in front of you, you know. With that being said, if you have some kind of super good stay-at-home job that would give you 20 hours a week to put into Medicare and still make 70, 80,000 a year, Medicare is probably the best thing you could do on the side over time to transition out of a corporate or regular job. So my answer to you is that that if you can, jump all in right now, so that in 3 years you're making 100, 200,000 plus a year renewals already. But if Medicare is the type of business, you can start slower, but don't kid yourself. 4 hours a week ain't gonna do it. You gotta at least be consistent, you know, one full every Saturday and every evening. So I don't know if that's kind of answer you're looking for. It's my opinion on it.
No, yeah, because I mean, I know it's going to be 20 hours. If I do part-time, it'll be 20 hours a week, plus more Saturday, whatever it is. So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
As a teacher, coming into a new subject, you really don't know, you gotta get confidence. The way you get confidence is you practice. I tell you, you get the Carnegie home. These guys are Medicare, I'm gonna go with final expense. I really think final expense is an easy topic. It allows you to stay focused on a couple of carriers. You can learn all those carriers and you can be proficient within 3 days. The first time you sit down and write a policy, you do a presentation, you go through the steps. David's got some excellent training on YouTube. Follow those steps, you'll be successful. Use the proven techniques to get there. If you got a little bit of money, buy drop mail leads, those are the best ones going. That's how I started. I started in Lincoln Heritage. That's how I started. You know, you got to start somewhere. And I got proficient at that, and I got my confidence in that. And I was able to master the skill that is most important to me. You can get to a table, doesn't matter how you get to that table, get to a table. If you can get to a table in final expense, you can get to a table in Medicare Advantage, and then finally you can get to a table that they're talking about my topic, and then I'm going to jump in the car with you, and we're going to go for a ride. And then you're going to say, oh, this is a nice ride. You know? So work your way to getting in the car with a nice ride.
Let me follow up on that. Just real quick. If there's any way possible that you can afford it and you're ready for it, I prefer a new agent to lead with Medicare, but the best Medicare agents I know across the board all came from a final expense background. And you will be so spoiled if you go bust your butt, because you can make money a lot faster, quicker, and you can learn the product faster with final expense. And that first moment that you start writing Medicare, you're gonna feel spoiled. You're gonna say, this is easy, I can do this all day, every day after coming from final expense. So if you're in a financial pinch, think you're really worried, it's not a bad idea to start with final expense. You're laying the groundwork to go sell them all Medicare very shortly thereafter. But you kind of will give yourself a foundation of sales skills that comes faster jumping into final expense. So just to add on that.
Why, like you're saying that you're going to feel better, what is it about final expense that when you go to
Okay, this is the way I explain it. Final expense is the easiest, simplest product in the world. You have no money to pay for your funeral. You pay this dollar amount, and when you die, it pays out this amount. There is nothing complicated about that. But, oh my goodness, is that a tough sale at first. It takes some real gumption and you're gonna test yourself as a person, some of the objections you get as a final expense agent. And so what it does is it sharpens you, but when you go to a product like Medicare, that is a hard product to learn at first, but it is so easy to sell. Once you're confident in it, there's no selling about it. Like they're going to buy from you because you know what you're talking about. So all I mean is that if you can sell final expense, your confidence to walk up to a door about Medicare, you're like, this is nothing. It's easy.
Yeah, here's one more thing. Final expense costs money. Most of us up here are selling the Medicare Advantage, and it's no cost. So if you can't sell free, you can't sell.
And Nick, you said that you do sell final expense?
No, I didn't. I mean, that's what I'm trying to get into all of this right now.
Okay, so just one thing to say about like cross-selling. I know Evan's been doing quite a bit of cross-selling this year, but let's think about this really quickly. From the final expense side, a lot of these people aren't of Medicare age, but then many of them are of Medicare age. So when you're in a final expense appointment, put your inspector hat on, look for the hearing aids, look for the glasses, look for the running shoes, pay attention. You're gonna learn about whether they're diabetic. You're gonna learn about how many different doctors they're seeing. You're gonna learn a lot of information. You're already, if you know your final expense product, your Medicare products, you're already starting to place them into what would be the best Medicare product. It just happens naturally. If I'm in a Medicare appointment and I'm learning about their health and their doctors, I already know whether they would be good with Trinity Day 1, Royal Neighbors Day 1, Mutual Omaha Day 1. No, if this is going to be a modified with Omaha or a GTL or a Gerber, I'm able to cross-sell in my brain before I said anything to them. It's very easy to cross-sell. You just, like Kenny's saying, you just have to have that gumption. You got to dig down and think, look, they want help. I'm already here. I'm helping them. Is there more policies that I'm going to be able to sell them on? But don't be afraid to cross-sell, because final expense leads into Medicare easily. Now, final expense, they're going to pay money, right? Medicare Advantage, they're probably not going to be paying any money. Medicare Advantage, they're not going to pay any money, and now you're going to ask them to pay for a product that does cost money. It is a little bit harder to cross-sell from MA to FE than it is from FE to MA. And I'm not getting into any of the compliancy stuff right now, but I really think you should be selling more than one product because it's pretty easy.